today is about how I am and how I've been shifting with selfishness. And I've been transitioning in this phase. Let me explain. So, I'm very familiar with toxic selfishness due to my upbringing and the environment that I grew up in. And I've come through my healing journey, I've come to realize and accept me for me, and that I've never been naturally selfish in a toxic manner. I've been healthily selfish, and because of that, the toxicity that I was around gaslit me, love bombed me, manipulated me, etc. Right? Because those type of people get offended when you do you, pretty much. Whether it doesn't matter what level it's on, when you do you in any kind of way, and it does not include them, especially if it included them prior, and then now you're just like, nah, they're offended. So I've dealt with a lot of that. And in this phase in my life, I am truly and deeply ridding of all of that. I am reprogramming and deconditioning what I've known for the past 38 years. And I say that prior to, I'll be 39 this year, and that's prior to the knowledge that, the awareness of healthy toxicity and healthy toxicity. What the hell? Healthy selfishness and toxic selfishness, yes. You see me scratching my ear because an ant bit my ear. Yes. I was doing some deep cleaning of my home yesterday. I cleaned the outside of my home, like not the floor, the ground. I cleaned the house itself. I pressure washed it, and because there's ants everywhere, and the spiders, big up to spiders, because the spiders they coming through, they showing up fully every day, but that has to be cleaned too. They create cobwebs, and there's nothing but web-filled ants, or web-filled ants, ant-filled webs, ant-filled webs on the ceiling, in the cracks, the doors, they're everywhere. And when I they was even in the curtains, and I decided to take down the curtains and wash all the curtains in the house, and that was a job for sure, but it was worth it. And the ants was pouring out, and they bit my eyelid, they bit my ears, they bit other places that I'm not going to mention. It is just ridiculous. So anyway, so because I've been really in tune with this awareness of toxic versus healthy, I've done some reflecting on my last relationship, and it's like people don't like to talk, and I can break it down on a small level, like, I don't know, what is it, minuscule level, as to why people don't talk. But the environment that I came from, New York City specifically, people are, the majority, okay, a lot of people talk about how New York City people are rude and this and that. They're rude because they're projected, because they don't know how to healthily communicate. Let's get into it. They don't know how to healthily communicate. They don't know how to just, like, oh, I apologize genuinely, and then the other person receive that, and if they, for whatever reason they don't accept it, or they want, like, there's a conflict, no one knows how to talk it out. You see videos of what people fighting and arguing and killing one another and doing whatever they do, and that's a problem. So I grew up in that, and although I am not like that, a lot of people are. And my partner, ex-partner at this point, he comes from that environment, not only within his household, but just the environment itself, because we both come from New York. And communication is a big issue, and how can you get through any kind of relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic, without communicating? And I can't deal with the projection and being unaware that you're projecting, because communication is difficult for you. I can't. So I came to the realization through this whole transitional stage of me being selfish. I went through a phase with him where he was like, I've been putting myself out there for a long time, and it's time for me to put myself first. And another big issue that we were having is when he decided to actually put himself first, I was put on the back burner. I was treated like furniture. I was treated like furniture. I was ignored. I was pushed to the side. I even spoke about it with understanding ears, heart, and soul. And I was constantly pushed. And when you keep pushing somebody, where they gonna go? All right. So, initially I was like appalled. It's like, why are you pushing me away when I understand, but you're forgetting that you are also in a relationship, and things need to be discussed, worked out, so we can have a middle ground. And there was just no space for that middle ground. And I had to come to accept that. And I realized that once I knew that when I did come to accept it, because these things it's a process. I knew that things would be completely over. And for some reason, I don't know if it's just men or people, but when you come to your senses in any type of dynamic, and that's when people want to, all of a sudden they want to prioritize you, put you in the forefront, so they say. And try to keep you around. That's all they really trying to do, is just keep you around, because they don't want you to wake up fully. So I went through that. I even gave it a chance, like, all right, you say you're going to prioritize me. But he only said it. He tried to prioritize me by doing what he wanted to do, and I specifically expressed to him the things that I would like to do and what I needed and wanted in a relationship from him. And he still didn't do it. So I say that to say, don't be so damn understanding to the point where someone is just gonna fully disrespect you. If I was to have that conversation, like what I'm saying right now to him, he would deny, or stay silent. Like, I'm not disrespecting you. It's so telling me I act as if he treats me like the people in my past treated me. You sugarcoat how the people in my past treated me, and you treat me the same way. He throws some sugar on it. And I come to realize he just don't know any better. He just don't know any better. But anyway, as I'm transitioning in this phase of healthy versus toxic, there's a lot of emotions. And I've come to the understanding that those emotions arise because I am letting them go. Not just letting the emotions go, but I'm letting that aspect of programming go. And when you're programmed and conditioned to be a certain way, it wants to hold on. It wants to hold on because it's comfortable. And the unknown is dark, scary, which makes it uncomfortable. But I don't give a fuck. I'm devoted to myself. And I'm gonna push through. And I can't wait to emerge from this. This has guided me to let go of everything from my past. That's including people. I know I did a video not too long ago about forgiveness doesn't require reconciliation. And that's what has allowed me to also put me in this position to observe my healthy selfishness. Like, people talk a good game, man. They got that gift of gab. Like, oh yeah, I love you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Yes. And they ain't got no intention on doing anything. And at the end of the day, they don't even do half the shit that they even speaking on or entertaining for themselves. So you can't really expect them to do anything for you, with you. And if they do intend to do it, a lot of people expect for you to carry that weight. They expect for you to carry the weight, especially if they know that you can carry it, while they reap the benefits. I'm gonna bite my burger. Hold on. Yeah. I notice that a lot of times when I do videos, I'm eating. It's my happy place. So yeah, one of the tricky, I feel like all of my dynamics, relational dynamics, are very weird right now because I'm choosing what I'm choosing, and people are uncomfortable. And this is including my children too. But it's not with my children, it's not a throwing away type shit. It's just like, for example, my son is not used to me not addressing things. And see, there's an ant. I have ants all over. I honestly think that they got into my hair. Yo, it is bad. Anyway, I'm thinking about these ants, man. They be biting the shit out of me. Yeah, he's not used to me not addressing things that he knows needs to be addressed and coming up with the solution at that. Like, I'm used to being the fixer, the communicator, and I'm tired of that. My son is 16. He's gonna be 17 this year. I am not doing it. I've had enough conversations with him and guiding him and what it is that he lacks within himself, so that he can become aware of it and find ways to strengthen it. That's all we can do as human beings. We become aware of our weaknesses and strengthen them. And some of our weaknesses are weaknesses that we do not want to face, and that's understandable. But it's going to affect everything in your life. And I've had conversations with him about the fact that I'm the only woman alive that is going to tolerate, to an extent, what he dishes out. Especially when it's like not a mistake anymore. You know, the first time is a mistake, but after that is a choice. And his way of life is like, he's a teenager. I get it. I was a teenager before too. I wasn't a boy, but I was a teenager. And your way of life when it comes to being a teenager, you make a mistake and then you make a choice to continue it, and then that choice becomes a routine, and that routine becomes a habit, and that habit becomes a lifestyle. And I'm the only woman who's going to put up with it to a certain extent. I'm the only human being, I believe, that will put up with that to a certain extent. Men too, like him having friends. I told him, you might have very aware friends. And if you behave in the way that you do without acknowledging that your behavior, because it's comfortable for you, it affects other people, you're going to lose people, valuable people. I mean, we're going to lose people regardless, but losing valuable people, why? If you can work at actually valuing those valuable people, right? Okay. So our relationship has changed drastically. He gets a lot of no's, or I just don't say anything because my words are very valuable. I never say valuable. Okay. My words are very valuable, and they fall on deaf ears, and I'm tired of it. So he just removes himself, and I think that's the best thing for him to do. On the other hand, my daughter, she's actually very receptive these days with my change, my transition. It's allowing her to show up the best way that she can, which is actually her showing up fully. And it's helped me see how, on the positive side of me not people pleasing and not being devoted to myself and just putting myself first, allows other people to show up fully for themselves. So, like, I'm dealing with tricky shit. I love that my daughter is. I love that she's feeling herself now. My son it's not easy for him because he's not good with emotions and the ego. My ex-partner, we still living together because we have a contract. There's no communication. There's nothing. I'm so over that shit. Like, I'm so over it to the point, and it's not just him. I'm just so over it to the point in which I do not want to even think about a relationship. Like, I feel if there's ever another relationship, that man gotta know himself and know his worth. Because ain't no way in hell he's gonna know mine if he don't know his own. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then there's no direct relationship with my mother and my sister and my niece, but the door is still open, and I've chosen not to further communicate with my mother. My sister she's young. I'm not saying it's because she's young, but I think her only way of being is manipulative, honestly. Or she just doesn't know how to show up. I don't know. I'm tired of trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with people. Eat my burger. So, right now I just decided, yep, I got stuff on my mouth. I don't care. Right now I just decided to focus. Keep the door open when it comes to my sister, mainly because I do want contact when it comes to my niece that I barely know. She's still a baby, so I don't, it's tricky. I show up, I know how to show up fully for any kind of relationship. Even if at any point I reach in which I cannot, I would communicate that to people. But I have not been in that type of dynamic, especially with, the people that I deal with. They don't want to communicate. So anyway, and my sister, I can't say it's an excuse. I don't know what she's really going through besides what she tells me she's going through. And again, I'm not in survival mode and I'm not people pleasing, so if there's no reciprocity, what the fuck am I doing? Nothing. And that's just that. So it just be me, myself, and I, and my team, my ancestor team, my spirit team. And they show up all the time. Every day. All day. So yeah. I'm just tired. I want soul level connections. Where I could like be vulnerable. And the love language is reciprocity, trust, loyalty, love, vulnerability, honesty. I get tired of using my gifts in a manner of trying to figure out where people are when they have a mouth to discuss it. And then when I use them properly and figure the shit out, they run away. That was so good. Anyway. I'm gonna enjoy these next few days because I have time off. I don't have to do much. But what I want to do, or do nothing. And I'm just gonna enjoy it. I really am. I'm going to convenience myself in every way, shape, and form possible. I'm about to go home and do clay mask. Then I'm gonna put on a honey and turmeric mask. And then I'm gonna follow that up with a rose mask. And I'm gonna exfoliate my body. I think tomorrow, maybe, I'll wash my hair. I just don't feel like it. I've been thinking about cutting my hair, but I don't feel like doing it. But I don't want to cut all my hair off. I don't know. I've noticed that I've been going through 7-year cycles. When I reflect, it's a 7-year cycle. And this is the 7th year. So this year will be 7 years that I've had locks. And as you can see, I've been cutting, but I'm taking collagen and it's in magnesium. And my hair is just growing. But my hair always grew very quickly, which is why I used to cut it so frequently. And that's what I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with that at all. I don't want to have to include that into my routine, going to the barbershop to get a haircut. Or if I get it tapered, twisting, I don't want to deal with that. And I'm really feeling my new size of locks. Look at that. Love that shit. I love it. And it's been, I think this month will be 7 months. So I think I just want to really get rid of this, but I don't know. I've never had locks this short. That'll be interesting, right? Who knows? Maybe I will cut it to my big locks. But right now I just have my Tibetan bells and cowrie shells on them, and it's really grounding me. It's really grounding me.